Good morning or good afternoon. How are you guys doing? This is Linda G, Comanche Psycho. How are you guys doing? I want to take note of the beautiful flowers I have here. These came from my daughter from Mother's Day, my baby girl. Thank you, Nicole. And my son Jacob gave me a unique, I love wall lights, you know, fancy schmancy. He gave me a nice one. So anyway, I'm very lucky to have those three beautiful children, and my mother is on the other side, and I'm wishing her a very wonderful, happy she was my mother on Mother's Day. So, you know, she's the one that was very psychic. She would see energies. One time she was laying in her bed that faced towards my brother's room, and she saw a woman. She thought it was me wearing a sort of a purplish robe. She thought, what's Linda doing in Mark's room? And the next thing you know, this energy form comes out, but she realized it was floating out, turned to the right and headed towards me and my sister's room. We shared a room. And she grabbed the gun next to the bedside, got up and went into our room, scared to death. And nothing was there. So, yeah. That house that my dad had, my mom and dad had, I took care of my mom till she died. And then my dad broke his neck. He fell out of his wheelchair and broke his neck. He used to say, if there wasn't anything as bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. So after mom died, he was at the VA for like 4 years. He struggled really hard. He was a strong man. He was a Scorpio. But he didn't really believe in any of this nonsense, so to speak. He used to say, she can't even get her own life together. I can't believe people are coming to her. But, you know, he started getting interested later. He calmed down a lot. But him and my mom lived in a house, I'll tell you straight up, it was haunted. I had people come and investigate the house when Dad was in the hospital. I think Mom was already crossed. And we no sooner were in there, we had the setup, and people were in their living room. But Guy was sitting in the living room and could hear as clear as day a woman yelling, help me, help me. And we were all like, we just started. And then all of a sudden, like the wall started to pound, like somebody was against the wall pounding it. It was the weirdest. Scared me. Whenever I went to that house, I'd run in and do what I had to do and get out, because I could feel the energies around it on me. Brought me some holy water, got me some sage. And then what's really weird is when he died, all of a sudden it was gone. So that was really weird. So I don't know if it was around because of him, but you know, a lot of people died on my street from suicide. The guy across the street from Portugal, he sent his wife off. He was, the guy that owned that house was his brother. He wasn't even there. It's a couple of months. His wife came back. He didn't answer the phone, opened the garage door, and there he was hanging. There was a couple down the street, one of the saddest cases Children's Hospital ever saw, of their little boy who it took forever for them to get pregnant. They used to walk with him proudly up and down the street. He fell in a little tiny pond with the waterfall, just a little thing, and he drowned. And they did everything they could. And the Children's Hospital had said they'd seen grief-stricken parents, but nothing like this. That couple went home and did murder-suicide. They, you know, shot each other. They just couldn't live anymore. And the mailman, they left the door ajar and the mailman found them. There was all kinds of tragedies on that street. So my dad used to say, gee, I wish you girls would keep that house. We just not shoot. Hell no. The power of Christ will compel you. But what's really weird is I dream about that house all the time. So anyway, I just posted a video with Sterling. And so you guys should be looking at it now. I also have just a couple of things. Donna, who won the pick a winner for the month, Donna. I had her name. I have her phone number. I have her down today at 8 a.m. Called the number 3 times. We're sorry, the number you dialed is no longer in service. So Donna, if you get this message, it might be my bad and I wrote the number wrong. But if you could contact me again at 415-246-6268 and just say, hey, you know, this is what happened or something. Or anyway, let's touch bases so I can read you next Sunday with the other winner. Okay, so I've let Donna know. Today at 1 p.m. Pacific time, I'll be talking to our past life person, Melissa. She has some fun stuff to talk about. So it'll be very interesting. You guys send in some questions for her. Okay, and also I want you guys to know that I made a mistake on my last video. Thank you to the observer who brought it up. I said McCabe, but what I was talking about was Wray. Because Wray said some stuff about this whole Russia thing that's not true. He's in the corner. So let's go ahead and look again at Wray, because since I was saying McCabe, I was wrong. McCabe's the one that won and they screwed up. Listen, everybody's going to get justice in about 8 months' time. Okay? Let's look at McCabe. So I hope you guys are just like, you know, we don't have restaurants open or anything out here. So I've been cooking a lot. Can you tell I'm not happy? I like cooking for my kids, like if my kids are coming over. Tell me about Wray. I can see his face. Sorry, I called him McCabe. Wray, he said the Russia deal was not happening. He was told to say that. It feels like they got him cornered. It feels like he might not even want to lose his benefits, you know, like, you know how was it McCabe? They stripped him of everything. They're just plain mean sometimes, you know. Tell me about Wray. Tell me about Wray. Tell me about Wray. So he said, oh, they're getting rid of him. You know, it's at the president's, just like Comey was fired, and President Trump kept saying, I can fire him. It's to my, he's serving at the will, for me. I can get rid of him. That's what I see happening with Wray. So while he's desperately trying to hold on, he gets kicked off. Biden and this new administration won't be as cruel. But I don't know who's going to be their DOJ, but I feel whoever it is going to like kick butt. Hello. Oh, he's got the tower. He's already being kind of like, I think people within this organization are like, dude, what are you doing? Why would you cut down Mueller? Why would you do that? Because Mueller is a hardworking, good person. Justice will become him. He's working with the demon side. Not very good. So the outcome is a 6 of Wands. So there's good news for the outcome. This is the people. This is my card of everybody's like, yes. So I think he's going to get real depressed about what he did. I think he's already having second thoughts. I think when this judge starts talking, Judge Sullivan, let's take a look. See, I kind of looked at it yesterday. Now, you know there was a guy. Let's look at this first. There's a person named Shea, S-H-E-A, who was appointed by Trump. He was the one that made them cut down the amount of time Roger Stone was supposed to serve. So, Shea put in the wrong ID number. He did this paperwork, and then he put his license or whatever it was somebody else's number. Oh, it's just a technicality. No, you were deliberately trying to hide your personal number. So Shea put in this bogus leave Flynn alone. Shea will have to answer to it, is what I was just told. Shea will have to answer to it. So tell me what I can do. I think Shea will be brought out before, like he's being brought out. He's being made to stand there. And I see his head down like this. And Bar's got trouble. We'll take a look-see. It don't hurt to look-see again. You know what I'm saying? We always like a little good news. Okay, so Shea. People are around Shea. You're like, yeah, dude, give it to him, dude. Do this, do that. Sullivan is coming in to kick a butt. He's going to create a lot of chaos. Yeah, it's going to put Shea in a bind. It's going to make Shea think, oh, Lord. I think there'll be a new female DOJ. They won't let this go. So this could mean that maybe Sullivan's like, he can only do so much. I'm not quite sure what this is, but here's the good news. If Flynn walks from this, if they come up with their I just see Sullivan taking off. Let's just look at Sullivan. Anyway, but if they say, oh, you know what? We reverse this. We don't want to file charges. Then everything that they agreed on with Flynn, like they wouldn't involve his son, they wouldn't do this and that. All those agreements are null and void. So you get the new administration in, boom. Boom. I'm so happy. Okay, so tell me, Judge Sullivan, you're looking at this case. I can feel him irritated with this Shea, and he doesn't feel good. Did I show you the flowers my daughter gave me? I think I did. I'm just so happy about them flowers. They're so beautiful. Okay, so tell me about Sullivan. Tell me about Sullivan. People are working on their yards. No man's been shot doing the dishes. You know what I'm saying? How are you feeling? He's not happy. Oh, he's not happy. He is not happy. He's almost like questioning their motives. He knows this is a big scam. There is no doubt in his mind. Does he say it out loud? Russia's part of this too, by the way. I would say so, because the Ace of Wands is communication. So I would think that he does. Okay, let me ask you this. Let's condense this down. Judge Sullivan is going to be upset, and he will cause some damage with the upset. But does Judge Sullivan not listen to Barr and Shea and decide that Flynn will serve jail time? Yes or no? That's all we want to know. We don't need anything fancy schmancy. We just want to know. Give it to us, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And if it's no, that's okay. We can handle it, because we know what's going to happen as soon as the new administration comes in. Does Justice Sullivan say to hell? I see Justice Sullivan talking to others. He's talking to people. I can see it as clear as day. Other judges. You know this is a big farce. That's what I heard them saying. They're testing you. It's sort of like they're doing a dare you, dare you. They might even try to get personal with Sullivan, like the whole Russia thing. There could be some people on the inside track. But does he stand up and be a hero? Does Justice Sullivan make a decision on Flynn of jail time? Does Justice Sullivan make a decision on Flynn for jail time? Does Justice Sullivan make a decision on Flynn for jail time? Ooh. Oh, he's upset with this. He's carrying a lot of burden with this. Here he is. He's a powerful man. Bird of paradise on his shoulder. He's right now, he's not sure what. Ooh. Listen, let's just see, okay? I see money's involved too. Why would monies be involved? Could he even charge him financially, or you'll have to pay the court all this for wasting our time? Do you see what I'm saying? It could be some reprimand here. If it's actual jail time, yeah. Ooh. He's looking at him like a criminal. And he will be a hero. And look at the outcome card, you guys. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups to me is people like gathering and you know, because what's happening right now is it's causing chaos. It's causing people going, what's going on here? There's no rule of law. This is unprecedented. What are these people doing? It's obvious it's corroded. It's so obvious. If a Democrat was doing this, a Democratic president, if Obama said, oh, drop the charges on so-and-so because you know it's his inside man and he loves him, there would be a hanging. They would be so upset. But look at this, you guys. People will be, yes. Ooh, I get a good feeling we may have good news coming up. I get a good feeling. Thank you very much. You're welcome, they just said. Okay, so, well, let me ask you this. Okay, so don't worry. Sullivan's going to come. I don't know if he'll get his full justice, but it's just enough. He said he does something that hurts them. So, since the DOJ has dropped their own charges, it's going to come back. Maybe even Sullivan brings that up. He might say, well, look, dude, you just got rid of all your background. You better hope Trump's still in office because you're going to go down even more. Okay, sorry, you guys, I'm getting hits. I could just see Flynn. Flynn knows his son. He doesn't want his son being hurt, you know, to be put up against the wall about this. He's really worried about his son. So he knows too that this is a big risk. He knows that if this thing is accepted, then they can come back later and hit him up on all the other stuff. As it is them saying they're dropping the charges because there was no reason to start this. This is what Wray said. Because there was no Russia involvement. After their own senators just said there was Russian interference. So, okay. Okay, so tell me what Flynn is thinking. Where's Flynn at? Lock him up. Wasn't that fun when he was coming out of jail? After he said, yo, lock her up. Yeah, guess who's not in jail? Lock him up. I'm getting upset. My blood pressure's going on. Lock him up. Yeah, Flynn's ruined. Sorry, you guys. I just saw this real unhappiness. It's almost like these people that all went along with Trump, they're all going to struggle, and it's really sad. It might be happy for us, but we can't be all gleeful. I hate to say it. We can't be gleeful. But it's almost like karma, like they're going to come back and get hit for what they did. He's actually praying. He thinks God will help him. So he's struggling. He's worried. No. Oh, the outcome is pack your, you know what. Okay, so this is swift justice is coming. And this card to me is, you know, jail time, the military. He's going to try to come back later and say that those new attorneys pushed him into doing this stuff. He didn't really want to do it. So funny. He's just a wuss. There he was on the phone during the inauguration talking to Turkey. Never filed as an agent of another country. I mean, he's just, it's amazing. It's amazing. So it's not looking good, you guys. Not looking good for Flynn. Let's take a quick look. See, sorry, I didn't even write this down. I want to look and see, because next week's a big week with releasing Trump's tax records. Somebody said today he's been posting 70,000 times or something. Not 70,000, what am I saying? 70 tweets. So that usually tells you trouble's coming. And somebody asked him, so what are you doing for Mother's Day with your wife, Melania? And he said, I'm meeting with the big generals. Okay. I have a meeting today with the big generals because they got to be big, you know, with the tanks and the airplanes and everything. Tell me what I can tell everybody. Next week is a big week. Will we get something? Will we get something from this stuff that's going on? Will America gain faith again? I heard yes. Will we get something? And I got to tell you, somebody sent me a picture of Kim Jong-un with another picture of Weekend at Bernie's. You know how they're holding up the dead body? Well, two guys were holding up Kim Jong-un. He looks really bad. I wonder if they used film from another time, because that's not the Kim Jong-un that was out where they said those were current photos. I mean, this person I saw looked really bad. So I'm just FYI, just putting it out there. Yes, we will get some good news. We will get some good news. Yes, yes, yes. And the death card is on the top, which it's not around it, which means that it is the ending of something we've been debating or going through. It's about money. It's about money. Now, you know they'll spend this. It's going to make Trump look like a fool. He will spend this and he'll try to take, you know, the road less traveled. He'll try to act like it was all a hoax. There's going to be a lot of information coming up, but I'm going to remind you guys about something. We're not going to get any end all out. You're out of here. Because the people, like in all this stuff that just happened and the money's coming out on the COVID to help families and stuff, do you know they also gave millionaires another tax break? That was in the package. And there's a lot of people who really are struggling that did not get any of that money. But hey, I will never be on one of those boats. The cruise lines who say they're from a different country so they don't have to pay taxes, they got bailed out. So it's like, it's really unfair. This is our tax money and people aren't going to take it anymore. People are standing up to this. This is part of his ending. So by that I mean, I think so many people will come forward, because I told you about that wave. So many people will come forward to work against him. Like if you even look at his Twitter, it's amazing. So many, I'd say 90% are F you, dude. And the other are, we love you, Mr. President. So I don't know. It's just really tough. It's really tough. He is delusional. He'll believe whatever anybody's telling him. So, okay. Very good. So we do have some good news definitely coming next week. Okay. And we do have some bad news. Sorry. What's the bad news? Somebody's passing. Some passing. Could be somebody famous. There's been some famous people passing. Little Richie, he passed. But I think somebody else, a good name, is going to get ready next week. Usually they're within 2 weeks when they tell me that. Remember when I got the black wreath on the door? And it was it was his wife, Barbara Bush, and then President Bush. So anyway, I don't see a black wreath at the Washington door. So I'm not thinking this has anything to do with Washington people. It feels more like somebody popular. Okay, now let's take a little quick look-see on our babe, our gal about town, who had the nerve to go in the hospital. People write, and as soon as it happens, they're like, Linda, no, don't, because you know, my friends, that McConnell, he does not care that he told Obama, no, you can't bring in Merrick Garland because it's an election year. We're 6 months away from an election. And he would put one of their people in so fast your head would spin. We could yell, "What are you doing?" Because he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He says, "Yeah, I'm doing it." They say the do-nothing Democrats and all the bills they have are sitting on his desk. But they can make fun of the Democrats and just totally ignore the fact that we have been working. So tell me about our Ruth. How are you doing, sweetie? She's anxious to go. Her hair's off a little bit right there. She's anxious to go. She's anxious to go. She wants to get the hell out of Dodge. She's like, as soon as you guys are done, I'm getting out of here. So let's see about you, sweetie. In fact, I'm in the mood to watch that movie about her again. RBG or something like that. So I've been watching, you'll never guess what, Jurassic World. Don't ask me why I got this thing towards Jurassic World. Ed Harris, I love that actor, Ed Harris. So I've been watching some of his movies again. Yeah. And there's a lot of work I need to be doing, but no, what do? Sit and watch movies. Okay, so tell me about Ruthie. How are you hanging, babes? Tell us what we need to know. Okay. Here she is. Yeah, she's struggling a little bit, but she's got the 10 of coins on her higher. So she's in for it. She's like determined. She's like determined not to be falling with this. She will bust her butt. She will bust her butt. She needs rest, which we know. She's doing as best as she can. I'm going to tell you something, you guys. She's hanging in there. It's showing her holding on. It's showing that she will hold on. I think when the new administration comes, it might be next March. She says, okay, I'm ready to retire. So, she wants justice. She wants the truth to come out. And she's patiently waiting because she knows that this whole SCOTUS and everything. I do see, what's his face? Everybody's been so disappointed with him. But there are some things he will vote against Trump for. That I know. Don't ask me why. Remember how upset everybody was when he voted for Obamacare? Okay, now real quick, Fauci has disappeared a little bit. Let's check out. I heard he was exposed, so he's on shutdown. Tell us about Fauci. And the Secret Service. They got 16 guys. Oh, I feel so bad for them. Tell me what I can tell everybody about Fauci. How's he doing? He's tap dancing. He just showed me himself tap dancing. And there's some ugly stuff coming out about him that's upsetting him. It's not 100% untrue, but it's mostly untrue. I don't know why I heard that. Okay. See, be very careful, you guys, about any information that comes out that is really critical of others, of Biden or anybody. Because remember, the exact same thing happened with Hillary. I mean, people believed in Pizzagate. I actually had a person, an ex-friend, tell me that, did you hear about Pizzagate? I mean, these people really believe in it. I have a cousin right now in another state. I won't mention the state. But her and her friends on Facebook are like, so are all y'all getting all those homeless? Are you guys like, are they all COVID sick? The homeless in California? And actually, I haven't heard about the homeless being sick out here. So that's really weird. But we do have a lot of homeless. But guess who has just as big a problem? Florida. And guess who's been shipping their homeless to California? Nevada and New Mexico. In buses. But you can't talk to those type of people. They just have determined that California is infested and this and that. And yet our numbers have been pretty good, This county alone, I think, had 3 deaths. And, we're not overwhelmed. Okay, Fauci. So what are you doing, sir? He's tired, he just said to me. He'd like to step away. He doesn't want to be a hero. He just wants to, and that gal, Burks or whatever her name is, whoo, she said she can't trust the CDC. Oh, she's going down. She's going down. Yeah, he's staying in seclusion, you guys. He's okay, though. Don't worry about him. He needs this time. He must have somebody he's with that he really cares about, because there's a woman that's pretty strong around him. And his heart's broken. His heart's broken because of all this cray-cray. He's talking to other people in the world. He's talking to other people in the world, coming up with ideas. He wants a vaccine. And he will do, he's getting information. He's getting information. Okay, so now, somebody came in to me earlier today, and I had to put him on hold because I said, wait till I start doing my video before you start talking to me. And it was, once again, it was Roosevelt. Once again. I could feel him. He's beautiful blue eyes. That's how I always get him. Franklin Roosevelt. Beautiful blue eyes, kind of tall. He's come in before. Okay, Franklin, I'm ready for you whenever you are. We need to ask Melissa who is in this administration that were past presidents. I don't think Franklin Roosevelt has been a president since. I'm trying to hear what he's saying. What are you saying? Give it to me in pictures. He's showing me crowds. Okay, so I think he's showing me the crowds that are saying, screw you, we'll do what we want, and they're causing an onset of more disease. And then he's seeing people cheering like the end of World War II. He's saying we will have that again. Apparently he wasn't alive for that, but he's like, wants us to know we will be dancing in the streets. I've told you guys this before. He wants you to know that all this will pass. You know, there was an interesting article, and I put it on Twitter. I should put it on Facebook too, or maybe I did put it on Facebook, that people who were close to Adolf Hitler, they said he was very lazy. He didn't get up until 11, and then he had his lunch before he did any work. They had a real hard time getting him to answer anything for them. They never knew if they were coming or going. Remember how mean he was about Berlin when they started to bomb Russia, started to bomb Berlin, and they said, sir, do you want us to warn our people? And he said, no, let them die. They deserve it. He was always obsessed with the press, always looking at himself, and that's just the hit I got just now. That's exactly how Trump is. He's not Adolf Hitler, though. But his personality is the same. Always worried about himself, how he looks. And his numbers are dropping. Will his numbers keep dropping? Yes. Yes. Okay, so it's very sad, all the stuff that's going on, but it'll make us stronger. We are going to be a nation that really rises from this. We will be whole again. And Sterling and I did a video earlier, and we were talking about sustainability and our farmers and stuff. Everybody's going to be working with everybody. There'll be a new deal. We're going to have infrastructure work with young, alive energy forms, you know, helping them, giving them schooling. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really good, you guys. So fear not. Even in my lifetime, I can see it happening. I can see me witnessing it. Don't forget the young people. It's the young people that will take us to the new level. So we're all intellectualizing and talking about this, but it's the young people that are tired of having to worry about guns shooting them down at school. It's the young people that will come forward and get rid of this monster in office. You called him a monster. I didn't. Nothing personal. So Okay, okay. He's telling me something else. See, there's not much honor going around. People aren't being honorable. That's very hard for him to witness. But a lot of people are secretly keeping in their hearts what they should be saying out loud, but they feel pushed up against the wall, like a lot of women feel they have to go. See, they were just talking on some program that a lot of women that are for Trump will blind themselves to his sexism, but because they like the racism. There was something where Trump was standing there and the whole crowd of women were blonde. And not that only blonde people are racist, but the racism is where he got everybody. The fact that he said, send them out, and being vicious like that. And that's who he is. And so it was very natural. And that's where a lot of people, and then the Russians were helping by giving bad news about Hillary. See, that's why everybody's in the panic, because Hillary lost. Everybody thought for sure this is a done deal. I would have told you the same thing. So anyway, I love you guys. My doorbell just rang. Who knows? Maybe more flowers. Or maybe that male stripper I ordered. Okay, take care, you guys. Bye.